This 297 business model is the best business to start in 2025 and beyond for anyone at any experience level. You can get to 10K per month easily. Doesn't matter what country you're from or where you're starting from. This is the same business model that Airbnb uses, and their company is worth billions of dollars. Now, I'm not promising you that you'll be worth billions of dollars, but if you want to copy someone, you want to copy someone that's made way more money than you, right? Then the next example, they've made billions of dollars using this same business that I'm going to teach you to start today, okay? I'm pretty sure you know who Turo is. It's a platform that allows you to rent other people's cars, but they don't own those cars. Now, this next one is very familiar with you. You might be in the Uber watching this right now. Word billions, easy work. So that's what I'm going to give you guys. A lot of you guys are just leaving your 9-to-5 jobs, and a lot of this online business stuff is complex to you. So what I'm going to do is introduce you to easy work that makes money fast. Can we agree on that? Put that in the chat real quick if you want some easy work that works fast. So what is the best business to start in 2025? So if you're not a copy and paste rentals, this is a copy and paste rentals. This is how you do vacation rentals and real estate rentals in real life. Okay? So we don't only just do this online, guys. This is what we do in real life. I'm right here in Panama, and we're about to help him rent out this house or sell this house and get gigantic commissions on it. Even though this is not our house personally, even though I'm not a real estate agent, don't have a huge commission. It is called service arbitrage. Now, I want you to pay close attention to the testimonial videos that will be playing throughout this, but stop watching testimonials and become one after that. So, number one, this company, Turo, Service Arbitrage. Arbitrage is privately owned cars to renters like Airbnb, but only is for cars though. Number two, Fiverr. You might have used Fiverr before. It arbitrages freelancers to clients needing quick jobs done, logos, writing, etc. Then we have Thumbtack, one of my favorite ones, arbitrages local service providers such as plumbers, movers, etc. to people needing help. This one is going to hit home more for you guys. It's going to be extremely simple, fast to start. I'm talking about within 24 to 48 hours, you can make your first money online, okay? With no experience, okay? Now we have TaskRabbit also. Arbitrage is people willing to do errands, assembling furniture to busy people and everything like that. Then we have Rover. You might have heard of this one if you're a traveler. Arbitrages pet sitters and dog walkers to pet owners needing care. Why am I showing you these different businesses? I'm showing you these different businesses because you need to know that this is not some made up business model that I'm showing you guys today. This works, and it works all the time without fail if you do it. Why? Because it is a proven business model. The Bible says, let all your ways be established, meaning do not try to reinvent the wheel. You can be unique, but with a proven foundation. All right. So now that you know this is a real business, you know how it works, you need to know what you should do if someone approaches you with a comparison of other business models. Since you're online and you're searching for how to make money online, there's a lot of videos and ads going to be thrown at your way and stuff. And you're going to be like, man, should I be a drop shipper? Should I be a drop servicer? Should I do digital products? Should I create a course? Okay, we're going to do a side-by-side comparison of all of these business models to show you why service arbitrage is the winner. So as you see,
I woke up to money from my guy, fly guy, David Robbins. I went through his class and I made 140,000 in 90 days. They're booking right now. It's already been 3 people that booked and listened to a winner.
So as you can see at the top, it says service arbitrage, the simplicity, like in the Bible, it says there's simplicity in Christ, right? We make life difficult when we leave Christ out. So it's the same thing in this right here. Service arbitrage, the simplicity is extremely high, and we're going to go over why that is. The startup cost is extremely low. We're going to go over why that is. As you can see, $0 to $100, right? All right, time to first profit. It says 1 to 30 days. But if you continue watching, I'm going to show you people who made money in the first 6 hours of working with us, okay? All right, the scalability is extremely high. The risk level is very low. Why is the scalability high? Because you don't have to have any of your own equipment, but yet you're still able to deal with local businesses. You don't have to have any staff, employ anybody, fire anybody, do none of that. And you can start making money from day one if you follow the simplistic plan we give you. So winner, because there's zero inventory, is a simple offer and instant demand. So then we have digital products. The simplicity is medium, right? I just did a challenge, 26K in one day, teaching people how to create digital products. A lot of people were intimidated about that because they don't feel like they have enough experience to create their own course or book or digital product. So as you can see, simplicity level, it went up, right? It's medium, okay? Okay, so then the startup costs $50 to $1,000. That's not true all the time, but medium, 30 to 90 days. I'll say that can be that, especially if you're creating a digital products from scratch. The scalability though is extremely high. The risk level is medium, depending on how much work you put into the product itself. Now, why is service arbitrage as an advantage still? Because you have to create the product if you're not going to be what we call an affiliate. Okay, we'll talk about that in a minute. Okay, so you must first create the product up front and you need marketing and stuff. So you're doing all of this without even knowing if it's a proven market for it. Hopefully you're not. Okay, next. SaaS. Now we see this all over the internet right now. It's very popular, especially with the invent of these AI platforms that's making this stuff easier to do. But the simplicity level is complex. It is complex, especially if you're building it from scratch. Now there are a few tools. If you learn how to master those tools, you'll be able to get you an MVP, right? And then you will probably hire somebody that is more experienced in coding to finish it off. But it could cost you anywhere between, I'll say now with the level of AI now, I'll say maybe 12 now, 1200. I think it's lower than a five. Depends on what type of, app or software you're trying to create. Okay. But time to first profit could be 6 to 18 months, depending on how you're promoting it. If you're not a professional at promotions like I am, then it could take a while. Scalability, though, is extremely high, but also the risk level is extremely high. All right. And now, why is service arbitrage at an advantage? Because it's highly technical barrier for the most part. If you don't have a partner, like even Russell Brunson, when he first started with ClickFunnels, he didn't build ClickFunnels. He had a partner that did software. And he said, look, I'm going to be the face of the company. I'm going to do the marketing and all of that, because he understood in order to do what that guy does, it's going to take a while. Right. So it could be a long build time. Some people work on their softwares for years, and by the time it's finished, is not even a demand for it anymore. That sucks. All right. So next up is affiliate marketing right here, guys. The simplicity level is high. It is high. It's an extremely simple business model. You're just promoting other people's products. For real, it's not too much different from the service arbitrage. As you can see, it is related to it. Okay. But the startup costs are $0 to $200, because if you have partnerships like we teach you on the inside, technically you don't have to spend money on ads or anything like that. Okay. Then we have medium, 30 to 90 days. That is subject to, depending on your experience level. Scalability high, definitely. Risk level is low because it's not your product. You don't have to deal with customer support. You don't have to deal with if something breaks down. If things go bad, you can simply just stop running traffic to it. Okay. But the disadvantage of it, reason why it loses to service arbitrage, is because it needs lots of traffic and niche mastery. So in order, even though it's somebody else's product and stuff, and if you're not a master at AI and making AI natural, then your Google SEO articles can get flagged and taken down. Your site can be jacked up, and people will know that you don't know what you're talking about. So that's like terrible. That's terrible in Spanish. Okay. Now, the next business model in comparison to service arbitrage is coaching slash consulting. Now, the simplicity is extremely high if you go into a niche that you have experience in. For example, if you are fit and you came from fat and you've documented the entire journey and you know exactly what you did to the point to where you would consider yourself an expert now, maybe you even have a few examples or case studies with you, right? Well, then now you can package that. Okay. So I'm just giving you an example. That's just an example of consulting that's not an agency example. But a lot of people that do consulting do business consulting, but you still want to be an expert in that niche. But the simplicity is high because all you're doing is like coaching people through like something that you already know like the back of your hand. Startup cost is low. Like you can get somebody to, deal with you for $0. You don't have to even run ads. You can go and post something right now on Facebook in some type of group, maybe, if you have a good offer, and somebody might even reach out and be like, yeah, let's do it, cuz. Okay. Now, first time to profit, 15 to 45 days. Definitely. Especially if you're running some type of email automations and you're doing outreach and stuff like that. That cold outreach stuff, it doesn't allow you leverage. It doesn't allow you authority, right? They don't know you. You're reaching out to them and they have all the leverage. They can tell you, well, you came to me. So they're going to try to lowball you, all that type of stuff, unless you email them to content and get them to become a fan of yours. But we'll talk about that in a different video. All right, now, so the scalability is medium because you're the bottleneck. You have to do the fulfillment of the coaching. So it's only so many clients you could take on. So even though everybody goes after this business model just because it's zero to start up, okay, cool, yeah. But you can only go so high. Now the risk level is medium. Reason why is the risk level for that is because if you don't get the person good results, it can mess up your reputation and all of that extra stuff. But that goes for everything, though. It requires trust and authority, and you first have to build trust for the most part. So if you don't have a huge following or any content out there or something, it's kind of difficult to become a known consultant. Okay. All right. So now y'all know why service arbitrage wins with them. Now we have content creator. Yay! It is medium. The simplicity is medium because it still requires you to know a little bit about what you're going to be talking about, unless you're doing something like celebrity news, where you're just reporting what happened today. You don't really have to have any knowledge with that. Okay. Now, the startup cost is pretty much zero if you want to be a content creator on these platforms, if you know how to tweak the algorithms to bring you views. Okay. Time to first profit. If you're not monetized already and you know how to go, viral, like we teach you, then you might be able to get to your first money in less than 3 months. Like I've had people get monetized in the first week, but that's not what we're talking about today. The scalability is extremely high because, like I said, if you go viral, then you can reach so many people. Risk level, eh, it could be unstable sometimes. Um, how does it compare to service arbitrage? It's hard to control. Virality, it is. One moment you're getting 100,000 views, the next moment you're getting 10,000 views, the next moment you can't even break 500 views, right? That's crazy. And then the week after that, you get 12,000 views, blah, blah, blah. Right. So slow monetization, not monetization to start if you don't really know what you're doing as far as virality. Next business model is e-commerce. Some of you guys are attracted to that business model, but it is definitely complex. A lot of payment, processing issues if you don't have a custom gateway or high risk payment processing company. There's a whole bunch of crap that you go through with that. But the startup cost is between $1,000 to $10,000. Slow 3 to 12 months if you don't know what you're doing with ads and if you don't have any partnerships. That's the thing. All right. Scalability though is high, but your profit margins might suck. Depending on how you're doing the e-commerce. risk level is extremely high because a lot of people who don't get their packages on time might try to do some dang on refund or something like that. And then you have to deal with a lot of chargebacks and then slow inventory to delivery and everything. Yeah, it's a damn headache. It's a headache. Okay, but anyway, product sourcing, that is the reason why it loses to service arbitrage. Inventory risk loses to service arbitrage. Ads required. If you're not really running ads and you don't have a huge following, and even if you do have a huge following, you can exhaust your following by constantly selling. You see what I'm saying? So, I mean, yeah. So, e-commerce is a no-no. Next up, membership sites and communities. I like this one. Simplicity is medium, but the startup cost is $200 to $2,000. That's not bad at all. Time to first profit, 60 to 120 days. Like I said, I think it depends on you, right? If you already have a following, that can be immediate. You know, you can just go and announce right now, hey guys, I'm starting a community. It's only going to be this much per month, blah, 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 blah. And then you can start getting like 10, 20, 100 people paying you $97 a month, blah, 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 and you're good, right? So technically, I like that one. I like that business model, but you definitely need either your own audience or you need someone else's audience because running ads is going to be difficult to break even. But I'm not trying to get into the business of breaking even. I'm trying to be profitable. So I'm not just running ads to break even. Okay. So I would say backburner that one to when you have what it says over here, an audience right here. Needs audience building first, right? The scalability is high though. Now we're gonna go to newsletter monetization. A lot of you guys don't know what that is, so we'll just skip newsletter monetization, but it still needs large lists or sponsorships to scale. And that's the issue with that. Now, last but not least, let's see what this beast is. Okay, this is the agency model. That is the done for you. That's, for example, if you reach out to a plumber right now and you say, hey, I'm going to rank you on the first page of Google. You know what I'm saying? And using SEO. So that means you'll have to stop and actually start trying to do that or find someone and outsource it to them and hope that they do a good job and everything like that. So that's exactly what you have to do with that. So $0 to $1,000. All of the agency and the consultant type business models don't really cost that much to start up. So it says fast, 15 to 45 days. It just depends. The other day, an email went out as a test. We sent out an email and we got a guy that responded the exact same damn day. So, I mean, it doesn't always take forever. Yeah, scalability can be high if you know how to delegate and outsource properly. Risk level medium, that's due to reputation and fulfillment issues. The reason it loses to service arbitrage, again, is because of the client management. It's a bottleneck. They steady calling you. They keep on calling you, asking you why they're not ranking yet, why they don't have any leads yet. Who is this chick that called? She called to order a pizza, but I work on cars. So why am I getting that lead? You know, that's what they're gonna be doing, you know? So it loses to service arbitrage. Now, what are the best niches of service arbitrage? Now that you know that it wins out of all of those business models you've been watching videos for today, what are the easiest niches to get into and fastest to profit? All right, so in my honest opinion, I would say vacation rental arbitrage. I would start right there, right now. Usually we start at the next one that's after this. I'm gonna show you in a minute, but now I want you guys to start here because the other one is a little bit more, well, actually, it doesn't have to be seasonal, but the response rate with this one right here is way faster. We'll just say that. Okay. And you can leverage more of the platforms for this one. Okay. So I'm going to tell you exactly how to do it in hopes that you'll trust us enough to join our community at the end for $297. Yes, we got the community. We have the winners inside. We got all the testimonials, but stop watching testimonials to become one. We go live multiple times a week. We bring experts into the community so you're never stuck. Oh, yes, Lord, you guys can do this. You can make money with this business model. So, step one, find an Airbnb host with multiple listings with either no reviews or huge time gaps. I know you guys have been on Airbnb and you were afraid that it was a scam listing because they either had 0 reviews at all or it's been forever since they had someone stay at their Airbnb and you're wondering why. So you're like, shoot, I'm not going to take the risk and send them my money, you know what I'm saying? And then I get there and it's just a blank lot with one rusty car on it and no house, right? Okay, so step 2, like after you found those listings, you're going to message the host with our downloadable partnership agreement form with a reasonable profit share percentage that we recommend to you. Okay, so it's going to be profit share. They do not have to pay you anything up front. Profit share. Everything is copy and paste simple in this step right here. All right. Step number 3, copy and paste their listings to your new account, but optimize for both Airbnb and Google SEO. Okay. Optimize for both. That's the thing. A lot of people think that Google is the only place that there's SEO. In case you don't know what SEO is, that's search engine optimization. Okay. The art of ranking web properties in search engines. All right. So if it has a search feature, it is a search engine. So Airbnb has certain amenities and features that people search for regularly on there in specific areas. You want to know that. We show you how to optimize the listings and everything so that you can show up higher in Airbnb and show up for specific locations and demographics in Google to increase the likelihood of booking up for entire months. Step number 4, when someone actually books with you, which could be 24 to 48 hours of your listing going up, when someone books with you, you go back and you book the original listing with a percentage and pocket your agreed percentage. Okay. So you book with the original owner or the host, and then you keep your cut. Is that simple? That is service arbitrage. The same thing that Priceline does, same thing that kayak.com does, because they don't own any planes. But if you go there, you'll get to book a plane with Spirit, American Airlines, all of that stuff. American Airlines and Spirit, they gives Priceline a cut for referring them to a new customer. Okay, so it's that simple. All right, now the next niche we're going to talk about is the transportation niche. You're going to do transportation arbitrage. Yes, Lord. And in just 4 steps, you can have your first commission, first money to pocket. And it's simple. This is called copy and paste rentals for a reason. This is the best business to start this year, next year, and beyond. These platforms aren't going anywhere, and service arbitrage is not going anywhere. So that's all the reassurance and insurance you need. Okay, so step 1, you find a limo owner or party bus partner to do the pickups and drop-offs. That part seemed pretty simple. I'm pretty sure you can do that, right? You can just simply Google limo owner or limo business or limo company in St. Louis or whatever city you want to do work in. By the way, you don't have to do work in your city. I just want you to know that. It'll be difficult to scale if you were stuck to your city. Everything is online, so you don't have to do it like, So there's a couple videos I'm going to plug into this video right here. You guys are seeing me go around, look at real estate and show off real estate and all of that. That's simply because I want to get out the house. I'm out here in Panama in a different country. It's beautiful out here, and like it makes me feel like I'm doing real business when I go to the places. So, but you guys don't have to do that. You're in the States where it's dangerous and the cops might pull you over while you're on your way to see it. So just do everything online. You hear me? All right. But anyway, so step 2, for free leads after you made your party bus partners. For free leads, you can partner with wedding planners. You can partner with party planners, party stores, all of that. Anything dealing to do with like celebration of parties, you can partner with them. See, a wedding planner, like when they start getting these $30,000 packages, a lot of the times that include the transportation and they're responsible for that. So if you partner with them, every time they get a new client, that becomes your customer as well. See, you see the genius in it? But it's simple though, right? Okay, you also partner with wedding venues. Why? People need limos, all right, for their weddings, right? So, so they're gonna tell you the up and coming weddings and stuff, and they can tell those people, hey, I got the transportation dude, for you. Okay. And then you can also partner with other companies that are overworked, I mean. So other transportation companies. So if you contact other limo companies or party bus companies, like, yo, when you don't feel like going to a specific zip code or area, or you don't work on a certain day, but a call comes in or something like that, just send that over to me and I'll give you a cut from that. Very simple, y'all. And we give you guys the scripts, copy and pasteable scripts to every damn thing. We made life easy. Okay, so step 3, and keep in mind, this is optional. If you want to stay on the free side of things, you're like, yo, David or Yazriel, we already just, joined the community and got the courses and everything like that. Do I have to pay more money even though I'm setting up a business? Technically, no, you don't. We have many free options in the copy and paste rentals course, as well as the other 20 courses you guys are going to have access to instantly after this. There's plenty of free methods. I don't want you guys to think that you have to go in there and just go straight to doing some type of paid method. You can use the free methods to make money within the next 24 to 48 hours. And then you can reinvest that profit cycle, and then throw some fuel on the fire. You understand what I'm saying? All right. So the Thumbtack account, you can create that if you want to begin generating jobs immediately. But look, before you go and be like, yeah, I can do this without you, cuz all right, is other party bus and limo companies on there as well. You're on a shelf. So you need differentiators. And the irresistible offers that we give you guys is what make you stand out, is what make people choose you, even though you're new and you don't have any reviews. Okay. So we also give you copy and pasteable Facebook ads that work the same way, where you can plug them in today, and within the next couple hours, you get your first booking if you do it the way that I tell you to. It can happen. All right. And it has happened. We got Coach Keith within 6 hours. He got his first $1,000. TT, within an hour of getting off the call with me, she got her first $1,000 within an hour. I think that's our record. You understand what I'm saying? So step 4, when someone books with you, pay the original partner their cut. Remember that party bus partner that's going to do the pickups and drop offs in step 1? You're going to send them their cut. So for example, if a person books a 4-hour block with a limo or a party bus and they pay you $1,200, you give your partner his $900 or $800 or whatever you guys agree to, and then you keep the remainder. It's simple. It's simply a transfer of the customer, and you keep the money in your pocket. I mean, come on. It can't get more simple than that. Now, let's check this out. This is why Service Arbitrage wins as the best business to start. Top of the list is simplicity. You don't have to build products, invent software, or create content. You don't. You literally don't have to create content at all, right? The only reason I'm creating content for y'all is because I have to teach you this. But just doing the business model itself, you don't have to create no content. It's not a sin against it, but you don't have to. Okay? The startup costs can literally be free using free listing sites. I showed you guys at the beginning, sites like Airbnb, social media, even email. If you can scrape emails and do an email blast out and stuff like that. Like, dude, this stuff can be free to do. I told you guys we have multiple ways. Okay. Now, fast profits. As soon as you match a customer to a service provider, you get paid. Same day in many cases. Come on. You wanted to know what this was. You wanted to know how it works. You wanted to know if you could do it, and I showed you all the simplicity to it, and you wanted to know how fast you can get paid. This video that I'm doing right now has answered every last one of those. In many cases, you can get paid the same day. This is not an unusual thing. You don't have to go and rank on Google first before you can make money because you're leveraging other people's platforms, other people's audiences, right? You don't even have to run paid ads unless you want to. Okay, now the scalability, you can scale just by adding more providers or automating lead generation. So, for example, let's say I put listings. Look. We do the first business model, vacation rental arbitrage. Okay, so we got a partner, right? And he has uh 10 listings altogether, but he's a little skeptical at the beginning, so he only trusts us with 3. Okay, we start getting some money in with those 3. Now we can go back to him when we're ready to scale and be like, all right, let me put the rest of the listings on there. Let's say that each listing, we're just going off of, yeah. You can make a lot of money with that. That's all I want to say. And then whenever you want to scale, you just simply add another partner. These are not clients. Let's be very clear. These are partners. There's a difference. Okay? You own the assets that you build with this business model. You build your own brand with this business model, but you get to do it leveraging their assets. That is crazy, right? Okay, so it's low risk because there's no inventory, no employees, and no tech build out. Now, let's see how fast this works. Okay, this works extremely fast. As you can see, you're going to see this guy twice in this video. This is Shaquem. We got leads the very next day, I believe, on Thumbtack or Wedding Wire, one of those. Okay, using the transportation arbitrage business niche. Okay, and then TT, this is the one I was just telling you about a second ago. I wish I can find her again. We did an interview on this one right here. She got, I think it was $1,000 or close to $1,000, and it was less than an hour. Like I had called her, we got on a call, and I recorded it, and she needed help implementing it and stuff. I don't do that anymore, guys. This is a while back, but yeah, she needed help implementing the actual Facebook ad. And I said, hey, tell me when the ad gets approved. And, so just so I know that the ad got approved. But when she got back to me, she wasn't calling me to tell me that the ad was approved. She was calling me to tell me that she made $1,000 or something around $1,000. I think it was like 930 or something like that. So we're just gonna round it to the nearest thousand. Okay. But anyway, yeah, that's day one. Day one, and I mean almost hour one. Once again, I'm not saying that's exactly how it's gonna work for you. I'm just saying it works and it can happen like that. Depends on how you put in the work. Okay. Now, here we go again. This is Coach Keith, one of the most famous case studies we have. This is Coach Keith. He did 140K in less than 90 days. But the funny part about that is his first day in less than 6 hours, he made $1,000. Now, what if that was you? How many of these business models have you tried so far on the list that I was talking to you guys about earlier? How many of them paid you the same day? How many of them paid you the same week? Right? How many courses have you bought where you've made 0? Right? And where there's a coach in a private community that if you are stuck at 0, they can help you get past that. Right? Because everybody's not going to have the same experience. Some people is going to need a little bit more to click. But if you show up to our live sessions that we have multiple times a week, you get to ask whatever question you feel is keeping you stuck, so that once it gets answered, boom, it clicks and the money comes in. Money is instant the moment the offer meets clarity to the customer. Okay? Now, check this out. Coach Keith, 140K in less than 90 days. Kim got 24-hour results and made thousands of dollars. Now let's move to this next one, baby. All right. How fast does this work? How fast does this work? You can't handle the truth of how fast this works. Hafiz made 1,500 instantly and booked up for months. The funny part about it is Hafiz is one of those that were stuck, right? He had shiny object syndrome. He was jumping around. He was doing this and doing that. I told him to just follow the course, right? And when I talked to him, he was like, yeah, man, I'm stuck. We got the party bus. We doing this, we doing that. So I just recommended to him a simple tweak. Soon as he did that with his irresistible offer, because you have to have the irresistible offer, like I said. Soon as he did that, boom, next lead came in, booked, and then some more booked after that. Okay, now remember Shaquem from the beginning, the one that got leads the very next day? Here he is right here. 8 bookings, all over $1,500. I remember his highest booking was around 3,800 or something like that the last time I talked to him. Okay, these are people you want to copy, right? These are people that you can access. I am a person you can access minimally inside the community. We go live twice per week, and then we drop courses. We already have over 20 courses in our community, in our private community. 20 courses for you to make passive income. I don't want you to get like thrown off, but I just make sure you're fully equipped. People are making money. So you want to make money. That's why you're here, especially if you listened this far. So guess what? Get access, instant access to the winners inside. So we stuffed over $15,000 inside a community, right? I want you to look at it like that because we've sold each of our courses at least $2,000, right? Lowest is around $500. And we put all of those inside the community. So if there's ever been another course of mine that you wanted to purchase that was around 5,000 or 10,000 or 2,000 or something like that, this is your chance to get instant access to over 20 courses that's inside our private community 2 times per week. Inside this private community, we go live. Not just that, we release books in there. Not just that, we have the documents that you'll need for these business models inside that group. We have the partnership agreements that you'll need to make partnerships with these people. We let you know how to get paid inside this group, inside this community. Okay, so it is a perfect place for you to incubate your skills and start making money. And as we said before, you saw the others. You could make money the same day that you start implementing this if you faint not. Now, we have the guarantee. As you can see, we put skin in the game. This is the actual website that you'll go to in the first pinned comment. If you're watching this from YouTube, copyandpasterentals.com, copyandpasterentals.com. As you can see, it highlights Coach Keith over 140K in less than 90 days. But it also says right up under that, if you don't hit your first 1 to 3K in the first 14 days using this business model, we'll pay you. This is how you know we're not just greedy, money hungry. We actually give a damn. We'll pay you for every assignment successfully completed. So if you don't make your first 1 to 3K in the first 14 days, we'll pay you for every assignment successfully completed. I know you've never come across a course like that. You understand what I'm saying? So we do that because we want to push you to actually do it. A lot of people purchase courses or training and it just sits on their computer and they never actually make a move, and then they whine and say stuff don't work. We don't want that to be your fate. We believe you have a greater destiny as long as you actually implement the steps. So implement the steps. You're going to make money when you implement the steps. It's not an if, it's a win. It's not an if you're going to win, it's a when you're going to win. Okay? So knowing that, that means it's only a matter of time. You go to the first pinned comment copyandpasterentals.com. It's only a matter of time before you're one of my testimonials and you're celebrating with the winners on the inside. See you on the inside. And look at the house. Look at the freaking Baller ass house. And these are all mansions. Then you come down here to the ocean. Came out of this shit. I know. You can see some bare feet in the black sand.
You can't see how beautiful this is.
Yeah.
It's shimmering. It look crazy. It look like my
Right. Dude. Yeah.
I mean, look at the sand.
Yeah, it's like this. You can't see it on camera, dude. But it's like super like.
You can see this.
Oh man, I want to take some of this home for real. You hear me?
Then the next thing you know, saying 100 people looked at your site. Then I looked at my Google Analytics where you can see people actually on your website. Today, I got 8 calls. And I asked these guys, I was like, where did you find me at? And they said, we found you on, I'm sorry to cuss, but I'm excited. I'm excited that this is working. All the money I spent on freaking Facebook training. In 45 minutes, Dave explained it to me. I was so mad. I deleted everybody. I don't follow nobody no more but Dave. Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Cedric Carr. And I'm an entrepreneur, but I still have a job too. Hey, anyway, I'm excited, man, because I saw Dave online, and I saw Dave online his videos for about a month. And I started looking at the videos and say, man, this brother make a whole lot of sense. And I knew what he was talking about was true because, you know, I've been in and out the game. I've dealt with some digital marketers and marketers before. So what he was talking about was authentic. It was real, and it was the truth. Anyway, right around July 3rd, I reached out to him just on a humbug, didn't know he was going to do it, and said, hey, you know, do you do consultations? Maybe he was in a good mood, and he called me. I called him. And I explained to him my situation. I was looking to generate leads for my company, and I bought into one of his packages. Now, I had my Google My Business page set up. Probably 4 days prior to speaking with Dave. But after looking at Dave's video, it wasn't set up right. I learned the keywords, what to put in there. I updated the posts, the pictures, put the tags in there. And let me tell you something, man. When I started running these keywords and I just started seeing my business pop up in the snack pack, like I was number 1, for this keyword. I was number 2. And all of a sudden, man, I'm telling you, Google was sending me emails saying 22 people looked at your photo. Google said, good job, for updating your file. Good job for this. And then the next thing saying 100 people looked at your site. And then I looked at my Google Analytics where you can see people actually on your website. Today, I got 8 calls. And I asked these guys, I was like, where did you find me at? And they said, we found you on Google. And I said, well, I'm glad to know that's working. I can never find myself on Google, just joking with them. And they said, man, you was all over the place. And I was like, wow. So I'm still learning. They said I was all over the place. One lady said, look, you had about 4 or 5 spots, taken up. And it's funny, I can't even see this shit myself. So I'm sorry to cuss, but I'm excited. I'm excited that this is working. All the money I spent on freaking Facebook training. In 45 minutes, Dave explained it to me. I was so mad. I deleted everybody. I don't follow nobody no more but Dave. I'm telling you right now, everybody got unsubscribed. I'm sorry. I was pushing the delete button and everything. Hey, if y'all want lead generation, y'all want training, hey, this is the real deal. I did it in less than a week. You can see the excitement in my voice because I know what's about to happen. I know what's coming. I'm piped in and I'm focused, brother. Hey, thank you. I appreciate you. God bless you. And I thank God for surrounding me with the right people and especially you, my friend. Thank you very much.
And this is beautiful. Look at this. Look how high the ceilings are. Look how high the ceilings are. Oh, that chandelier is crazy. Oh, the decorations. Oh, yes, Lord. Right here. That's the pool, man. This is gorgeous. I don't know how to say that in Spanish, But even in the pool area, they got the little sitting area right there, right? So this is nice.
Yeah,
that's nice. That is definitely nice. That is definitely. And once again, this is the game room. Oh, we didn't even check this out last time. Oh yeah, this for y'all winos, you alkies. You understand? This is definitely for y'all. Oh, we didn't even pay attention to this part last time. Look at this.
Look at the carpet, man.
Yeah, oh yeah. Let me get out this carpet. Yeah, it's nice.
They used to play football with
Yeah. I forgot. And the TV, and I guess what's that, cable or something for the TV. But yeah, then they even have like outside fans and stuff.
price for this already. Okay.
You said you had a price? All right, let them know what the price is.
$850.
$850. This is $850, guys. Y'all been asking for a deal. This is definitely a deal. You see the view. You saw like how many rooms? I wasn't counting. Is what, 4 bedrooms?
Yes.
4 bedrooms, like 4.5 baths or 4 baths, something like that.
Plus the maid's quarter.
Plus the maid's quarter. Yeah, plus the game room.